idol worship.
Right.
So what's interesting about that, so we're allowed to go to mosques according to the halakha, according to the law.
Right.
Why is that ironic?
Why?
Because no Jew really speaks
Arabic.
So no problem, go to the mosque, pray all you want, and you're not going to understand a thing.
Right.
But Christianity, which is all in English,
Yeah.
don't go there because that's idol worship. So it's very ironic how it works out.
Yeah, and they also say it's idol worship because we worship what they say, we worship a man.
Right.
And in the Old Testament, it says God is not a man.
Right.
Right. However, Yeshua, Jesus, he was God incarnate, God in the flesh.
Right.
So he's not just a man
Right.
that came to say, I am
But
God.
you can't. But in Orthodox Judaism, it's a very complicated topic to say man is
Very
God of
complicated.
flesh because I studied a lot, so it's
Good.
gonna be wordy.
Good.
The essential God is not physical. The oneness, the
Yes.
unity, the
Yes.
metaphysicalness, you can't physicalize, right? Now, if you've studied Kabbalah and you know all these things, there's concentration or contraction, the contraction, tzimtzumim, right? So then, after such a thing like that, it would be possible to have such an interesting combination.
Yeah. If we look through the Old Testament,
Right.
our Hebrew scriptures, we realize that God did appear in a visible form,
True.
even in Genesis, Abraham to Jacob to Gideon.
Also true,
Yes.
but also there's even a bigger one because Rashi, the commentary,
Yes.
he even says it was a hand literally that came down and helped the Jews. A literal hand. It's in the commentary.
Right.
A literal hand.
Right. So if we read the Old Testament as it is,
Right.
we can see clearly that God has ways of revealing himself. In the
Sure.
first two verses of the Old Testament, we have God and the Spirit of God.
Right. Right.
And then when
you're
right, exactly. And then when we get to Genesis 18, we have Abraham worshiping a man who's speaking in the first person as God.
Oh, interesting. Right. Okay.
Yes, and actually eating food that Abraham
But is this by the
serves him.
tent? Is this by the three,
By the
three
tent,
angels?
yes.
But they were, as far as I learned, I could be wrong, that they were angels.
The commentary will say so, but if you read the text as it is, you'll see that Abraham is worshiping a man.
Where do we say they worship them?
You can look it out right now, actually.
You can get technical because
Hold
on
this.
language. Sure. Hello. You can get technical with language and say Adonai is like master, very respectful, phraseology.
Right, like Lord, like
my lordship.
Adonai.
Yeah.
Right,
Doesn't mean necessarily godliness.
Right.
Unless you want to get into funny terms like we're all pieces of God and stuff like that. But without that,
Right.
no, I want the Hebrew because
Yes.
Hebrew is more. Oh, you have it on.
So I'm just going to find the verse first.
Sure.
Okay, first of all, the Lord said. Okay, so Abraham is already speaking to
The three guys. Yeah.
Abraham ran. He took curds and milk, which is actually milk and meat.
Yeah, it's very funny. Yeah, no, I understand what that why it is. Yeah.
Where's Sarah, your wife? The Lord said. So this is one of the people that he's talking to. And so, if we go to the Hebrew, whoops, wrong one.
Should be like maybe just tap the screen. I don't know.
There it is. So we go here and we go Bible comparisons, and we go to the Hebrew.
Okay, Vayomer. Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Right. Yud Hey Vav Hey.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's Lord in cap, all caps.
That's Tetragrammaton. There
Right.
you go.
Tetragrammaton. Right. So this is who Abraham is speaking to.
Right.
That talks back and forth with Abraham and who is eating milk and meat. Okay.
Nothing too hard for the Lord. Okay,
Yeah.
let's say new.
Okay, what I'm just pointing out is that this is one of the theophanies or what we call appearances of God in a visible form.
Cool.